Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DBW. I am Jen.
And I'm Il.
And today we're here to talk about our Elimination Chamber predictions. So, Elimination Chamber is coming up this Saturday.
Yeah.
And we want to take this time to talk about what we here at DBW believe would happen and should happen at each segment and give our overall opinions and thoughts about the show so far. If you guys are interested in what we're talking about today, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post, because we will be posting on a weekly basis. Follow our Twitch stream where we do it every Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and every other PLE.
Yeah.
And also, guys, if you really enjoy what you see, make sure to like and comment. Thank you.
All right. Well, we got the first match, the Women's Elimination Chamber. We got Liv, Bianca, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez.
Okay. So I think it's interesting that they have someone like Roxanne in the chamber, simply because she's so new, right? And she's the first person in NXT, I believe, they've trusted to not only do Royal Rumbles back to back,
right,
but also go to the Elimination Chamber. She's the first NXT superstar to be in the Elimination Chamber while on the active NXT roster.
I think so. Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that I like to see from new upcoming stars. It seems less and less like NXT is becoming, more and more NXT is becoming less and less of a developmental brand.
Yeah, honestly, NXT now is its own brand. You actually have to be at a certain level to even be on NXT because they're putting on top tier matches. Like, it is pristine, bro. NXT is literally one of the hottest brands in the business, just in general.
No, yeah, it is. And that's not something I can actually deny.
Yeah.
But I don't see Roxanne coming out as the chamber winner. If anything, I believe it's going to either be Bianca or maybe even Bayley.
I would probably have to say Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss? Yeah, that's also very good sleeper pick. But I don't think she's had much to do since returning at the Rumble. She has been on every SmackDown. She was on the one after her member match, but I don't think she's been on every show. At least not presented like she was,
I think that she's just getting started with just her storylines, and I think they're trying to get her reacclimated to the main roster and get her more comfortable with traveling.
Yeah, right. True. She's got to be reaccustomed to it. She's coming over illness.
To the fold.
Coming over illness. It's been a long time since she's had to do it.
Yeah, I think Alexa. They're gonna have big plans for Alexa, and I believe that, like, honestly, if she wins this Elimination Chamber match, she's going to Mania and she's going to have a surprise in Mania. I'm telling you.
Oh, Alexa Bliss is Women's World Champion? It's been years since Alexa Bliss had the title.
What was it 2019? 20?
Was it? I don't think she had time until 2020. In 2020, that's when she was doing the Firefly Funhouse.
No, yeah. It was
during the pandemic era.
I think it was 2018 or 2019 then.
Yeah, she hadn't had a title in about...
Dude, that's like 6-7 years.
6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how they're going to do it, especially integrating the Wyatt Six.
You just got to look and see, man.
Hopefully we see something about it soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, for my prediction, I'm still kind of leaning towards Bianca. But if that's not what's going to happen, and instead we get Jade Cargill versus Bianca, or Jade Cargill versus Naomi at WrestleMania, I'd be interested in that too, honestly. But I really want to see Bianca in that Women's World Championship scene, because we have yet to get Bianca versus Rhea. They've been planning that one for a long time.
I don't think at this Mania, man. I don't know. I don't see it.
You don't see it? Why not, man?
Nah, I don't see it. You
think because they're both faces now? It make things awkward?
They always were faces. Yeah. Well, Rhea wasn't always a face, but like even last year she was a face.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah.
like, it's a little awkward. It's a little funky.
Okay. No, I'm in agreement with you.
Yeah.
In agreement with you.
Well, so are they your final thoughts on that match?
I think so. My opinions might change during stream about Alexa.
Okay.
Just as right now, I think I need to see some more. Get back to me after SmackDown for sure.
All right. So, what do you think about Tiffany Stratton and Trish versus Nia and Candice LeRae?
This is probably my least anticipated match, and it's not because I think the match is bad. It's always good to see a Trish Stratton match. I just feel it's like
you're not feeling Trishy time.
No, I just think Tiffany going into WrestleMania is going to be up against Charlotte Flair. It's going to be her biggest opponent yet.
Yes.
So it's like I would like to see her establish her dominance more so than relying on a legend. What if we had gotten Tiffany versus Trish instead? And we continue that heel character she had last time she was here.
Well, the thing is, the fans don't really boo her. Like, they tried to run her as a tweener. That's how she's really booked as.
I mean, it's hard to do it with
she's
legends.
Still very self-centered and selfish. The way she acts, she's Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
But like the way the crowd reacts to her, they don't really give her that reaction. Kind of like LA Knight. Like LA Knight was supposed to be a heel, but they still cheated.
Oh no, that was not going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen.
It didn't happen. And so now it feels like he's still a tweener, but people just still cheer because they like him.
Yeah. So for me, I think that LA Knight was a good example of how the fans don't respond how WWE wishes for them to respond.
Yeah.
And so that they're often having to scramble to get decisions. And I think that's when booking starts getting sloppy.
Yeah.
I think that's when you start getting your sloppiest booking because things and the reactions you're looking for just aren't where they need to be.
Right.
So I feel like maybe going forward, that's something we could work on. But as of right now, I think going into WrestleMania, Tiffany needs some sort of momentum boost. I think it's really hurting her. Because the things that I feel as though going into Mania need more attention are the women's world titles.
Right.
Both of them.
Yes.
It's hard to establish the other champion because no one's won the chamber yet. So I understand that that's going to be an issue. And it's probably going to happen just fine. But as of right now, I think it's an issue.
Right.
And I feel as though we also need to get some good tag team synergy going. Last year we had the double ladder match, so to unify the championships.
Yeah.
And this year I want to see some really quality stuff for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. I know that's not quite the topic we're discussing, but I just had to get off my chest.
That was a
honestly.
Small detour.
Yeah, I had to get off my chest, honestly.
Yeah.
I just really believe that Tiffany is a great competitor and people are behind her so much that it's hard to make champions heels because of how often people won't boo the heels.
I personally think she's at her best as a heel. Like in NXT, she did some of her best work as a heel. And I believe that it's more natural for her to be a heel. But she's in a weird space where she can't really be one. And so it kind of hurts the way she's booked. So, but
okay, so I'm gonna give this match to Tiffy and Trish, of course, we got Tiffy and Trish. I just really want to see some action from here to Mania for Tiffy.
I think that it's an opportunity in between. Like we really got to see how they build this whole Charlotte versus Tiffany thing. I feel like that can really be what you're looking for.
We'll see. I can only digress right now.
Okay.
Yeah. What's next on the list?
Well, I got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the unsanctioned match.
Okay. Look. First of all, love the match so far. Think the feud is really going to work. This seems different than your usual Sami and KO feud.
Question.
Yes.
When was the last time there was an unsanctioned match?
Oh my God. Is this the first unsanctioned match under Triple H's regime?
No, definitely for sure under Triple H. But when was the first one? When was the last? Well, the last one. I can't think of the last time there was an unsanctioned match.
We've had no DQ matches.
Yeah, but
we've had street fights.
But this is unsanctioned. It's different.
I don't know. It's probably been years since I had last unsanctioned match. Anyone knows in the comments, let us know the last unsanctioned match.
Let us know.
Because it's been a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So for something like this is going to be a big moment for new fans who've never seen an unsanctioned match before.
Yeah.
Because Triple H brought in a lot of new fans.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things about the Triple Cheese era is that when he does things, it's for the first time to a lot of people.
Right.
like WWE seems like a whole new product than it was before.
Right.
And doing an unsanctioned match, I think is going to cause a lot of situations where it could just divulge into just violence. And I'm sure it will. It's going to divulge into just pure violence. Yeah. And this is so different from what we usually get from Sami and KO.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you consider KO and Sami, like I said, it's always about to get ahead. It's always about a title. It's always about getting, your name ahead of the next guy. But this one, it feels like KO genuinely feels like he was wronged.
Yeah.
And so Sami has to pay.
And he's gonna make him pay.
And he's gonna make him pay.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't have too many words for this match. This match is gonna be insane. Honestly, I'd rather have the match do the speaking, and I just sit back and watch. This is my personal opinion.
Fantastic idea. Fantastic idea.
But I'm excited for that match. We got the men's Elimination Chamber. You got John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and Seth Rollins.
Okay. So, the men's chamber, I feel, is kind of strong.
This is one of the best lineups of Elimination Chambers I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's probably one of the best you've ever seen in your life. I know that people are going to say, oh,
they cooked
Cena,
they cooked
Punk, they got so many big names at Rollins, but people, I feel like, are still unsold on Logan, and they're still not sold on Damian.
You think people are not sold on Logan Paul?
They're not.
What is there not to be sold on? His in-ring ability is arguably top 3. That's a hot take right there. But it's not really, if you actually watch the matches. Also, his personality is garbage, but he's supposed to be garbage. He's one of the strongest heels in the company.
Oh yeah,
it's not even close.
His heel work is so strong because
him and Dom are
he's so unlikable, genuine.
You hate him in real life, so it seeps into the wrestling world. You actually can't stand him, and it helps his whole persona, and it just leads into just more hatred. And I think it overshadows his ring ability sometimes.
Yeah. Man, you might be right on that one.
Yeah.
Honestly. Next, we consider CM Punk and Cena. This will be probably one of the few last times they'll ever be in the ring together.
Yeah.
Such a fantastic rivalry.
Yeah.
These guys have so much love and hate for each other.
Yeah.
That if you were a wrestling fan in 2012, this is a must watch. This is a must watch.
Dude.
The must watch, man. So
I feel like a little kid.
Last year we had Drew come out on top.
Yeah.
This year,
and he sold.
He sold instantly.
He sold so hard.
He sold instantly.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get Punk at this match.
You think so?
I do. I think we'll get Punk this match unless we get
personally
an interference.
Personally, I would say Damian Priest. This is just my personal opinion. I think he's ready for the next step and to really be pushed into that next stratosphere. Like, I feel like the crowd is behind him, and I think now is his moment.
I think Damian Priest would be a great choice. I just think the story with him and Cody isn't quite there, like it is for, say, a Seth or a Punk. So for a WrestleMania match, Cody versus Damian, I want to see that match. I don't know if I need to see it at the current moment.
But the thing with Seth and Punk, I feel like they'll fight each other at Mania.
Like I was saying earlier,
Seth, Punk, and Drew, that's a dream triple threat match.
No, Roman. What if the Tribal Chief returns and causes Seth and Punk to lose because they took him out at the Rumble?
They did.
That's possible. That's a very bold prediction, but it could happen.
Yeah,
it could happen, and that would leave the door open for someone like Drew or someone like Damian. Like I know people really want Cena to get that title, but it's all about the journey. We got him for a whole year.
We got a whole year of Cena.
For a whole year.
You don't want to complete the journey 2 months in. That's
exactly. The journey just started. Yeah. I kind of want to give it to some room. I think maybe a SummerSlam or Survivor Series.
Yeah.
That's a great time for Cena to win the title.
Right.
Even at a star-studded main event in December. Something like that.
Yeah.
I just think that we have a lot of time with John, and I want to appreciate all the time we have. And we all know the chase is way better than the journey.
Way better.
We all know that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. And finally, I think we're on to Cody and The Rock.
Be my champion.
I want your soul.
You can't have it. Why is he moving like Crowley from Supernatural?
This is the third time you've mentioned Supernatural. You already did it twice on stream. Look. Heel Cody? Are you sold on that idea?
Homelander Cody?
Are you sold on that idea?
It would be different. I think I could definitely get behind something like that, but it'll definitely take some getting used to, though, for sure.
Mm.
You know, he's always, signing autographs, kissing babies, stuff like that.
He is. That's his whole thing.
Yeah.
It's his whole thing. He's always kissing babies.
Whoa.
Whoa. If Cody were to turn heel, I think that really puts WWE in a strange predicament where we're kind of retreading. We just had a dominant heel champion for 3 years.
Yes, sir.
It's like, is that we want to go right back to a dominant heel champion without restoring some of the prestige that the world title can genuinely have under a face champion? Because Cody's white hot. He's going to be white hot forever at this point.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't like, earlier we were worried about people going to turn on Cody. Remember, I don't know if you were online, read the dirt sheets at the time, but earlier in Cody's reign in the early parts of 2024,
people were displeased.
They were displeased with Cody and they thought people would turn on him. That did not happen. Yeah. Not even close. That didn't happen.
It was rumors of Cody fatigue.
Yeah. And now it's like, it's not enough Cody. People feel like he had to defend his title more. He needs to have more matches. He's got to have more stuff going on. And we don't think he's doing enough. So the narrative definitely changed around Cody in recent times.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to see, some more strong matches from Cody Rhodes. I want to also know who's his competition.
Well, that's why I mentioned Damian Priest. I think he's a newer, fresh face. Like, we haven't seen that.
No, we haven't.
I'm interested in seeing something like that. Like, Damian Priest is up there as far as in-ring ability. Like, I don't know if you remember, what was it? Backlash after Mania? Him and Bad Bunny?
Yeah, matches.
That was one of the best matches I've ever seen. Why is Bad Bunny good at wrestling, by the way?
Oh, he's really good at wrestling.
Just randomly.
He's like really good at wrestling. Like, him and Logan Paul are like the top 2 celebrity superstars. And Logan Paul, I wouldn't even call a celebrity superstar at this point. I just call him a superstar.
He's arguably top 3 just in general, as far as in ring.
You gotta explain that take for sure. Yeah, you gotta explain that take.
Use your eyes. That's explanation enough. It's arguable. I didn't say he was. I said it's arguably top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, show me why he's not.
Yeah. No, man, look, I care deeply about the entire situation here.
Yeah.
Because I think it leaves us with room to really discuss what needs to transpire.
Yeah.
And what we're getting right now is some of the best wrestling we've had in a long time.
Just in general, honestly.
And yeah, I think there's some little stuff to be desired with the storylines. There's stuff to be desired with the superstar character work.
Right.
But there's stuff to be desired with the pacing for things, Right. But I think so far, everything has lined up well enough for Cody that where he can continue as a face without issue. But I don't dislike the Rock idea. If someone else were to get this opportunity, I think this would be a fantastic move to branch the bloodline off into a corporate situation.
I already know what you're thinking.
What?
Drew McIntyre.
Drew. If Drew
McIntyre accepts the Rock,
if Drew
proposal,
because Drew's always having an uphill battle. He's always losing titles. He's always getting matches, but then he's losing them again. Like, he won the Chamber and he lost. He won the Money in the Bank and he lost. Drew, he's always trying to find the next thing that he can use to get to the top, and I think that's such a fantastic way to make that work.
Right.
So I'm left with 2 hands. On 2 things in my hand. One is Cody becoming a heel champion, and we can see a very dominant Cody Rhodes run. But if they want to even boot Tiffany, I just don't see it happening for Cody. I don't think people would believe him as a heel. And my thing about Cody Rhodes,
he might have to do some unforgivable stuff.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
Yeah, genuinely unforgivable stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because I know Cody Rhodes is a fantastic character worker.
Yeah.
Every role he's ever had, he's been fantastic. All of them. Heel, face, love stash, Stardust, dashing, undashing. He's did all he could possibly do for character work.
Yeah.
And it's always delivered. So giving him this role is not something I'm worried about.
It's just the response of that.
It's the response of the role that I fear that won't end up being the way it needs to be or received in the proper way.
Right.
But man, I like that we're going this direction.
Mm-hmm.
I like that we're seeing Cody in the conversation of, can he be a dominant heel? And I think he can.
Mm-hmm.
My only worry is that this could be used on someone else. We don't get much of The Rock, you know?
Yeah.
And he and Cody
we shouldn't get as much of The Rock. We don't really need The Rock to come and save us like we used to.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore. It's
we have so many more stars now.
Yeah, we do. And I want to see those stars thrive and succeed in the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
So my personal opinion is that we need to get someone like Drew McIntyre in this role, or someone like CM Punk if he was turned heel, things like that. Because how it's looking is that we might get someone like Damian Priest or someone like John Cena if they choose to go the Cena route of Mania. I don't think he'll win, but that would still be a good match.
Right.
So if we did get Cody and Cena at WrestleMania, you know, for Cena's first attempt at the title,
right,
that'd be a fantastic match alongside Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins triple threat match. Come on, that card already sounds insane.
That's a dream match.
It's a dream match.
It's like playing 2K.
But it's like people don't want to see that.
Why?
I think people want to see Roman back in the title picture, or they want to see CM Punk in the title picture.
He's really the longest reigning title. Oh my god.
Yeah, but look, CM Punk hasn't had a main event yet at WrestleMania. And they're kind of teasing the idea that he's going to get one, but they never said when he's going to get one.
I mean, is he going to retire this year?
I doubt it.
Well, you got next year.
I mean, hey, look, we got 365 days of wrestling between WrestleMania to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of content and a lot of time to develop these things. But I know people, you know, are watching week to week, so they want to see the stuff they watch transpire. I just think it's hard to make television compelling every week, multiple times per week. Right. So we're not going to get the best stories we want in any given moment. We don't understand the situations backstage. But I heard that there are people displeased in the back as far as booking has been concerned. In the back, especially some of the women superstars, I believe that they've expressed some grievances about match quality, match time. They've expressed grievances about title reigns and match opportunities, all that stuff there. And I can't speak in the superstars, you know, like what they go through is what they go through. Right. So it's like I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. I'm not going to tell them, oh, they're not justified. That's their job. Right. So they have a right to be however they want to be about it. Yeah. I just think that it causes situations where long-term storytelling fans are starting to think is against them because they're not getting the things that they would get and the time that they would want. Okay. And I feel like the fans are justified for feeling that way. If you say that, well, Triple H is booking, you know, so much further in the future versus the fans, we want to see a conclusion happen here. We want to see a story, new storyline here, because we establish Road to WrestleMania starts at the Royal Rumble. We develop stories up to the Chamber. Those stories finish at WrestleMania. Right. But that's not guaranteed anymore. It's not. We had 4 established Big 4 pay-per-views: WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Royal Rumble. Now, any show could be a show that people would see a title change, or any show would be a show where people would think a storyline could conclude. Of course, the big shows, the biggest arenas, with the biggest numbers, of course, at the gate, are probably going to get the best storyline. Of course, right? You want to appease the people the most people who are going to be there. Like, you're not going to do an arena that hosts 20,000 people versus a stadium that can hold 80. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why you want some of the biggest matches. So the big 4 still hold up in that regard. Yeah. Based on gate number.
But the smaller events, they have a chance to have really big moments.
They do.
Right.
They do. And I hope that's something that we go towards in the future.
Right.
So getting back on track, I think Cody Rhodes shouldn't accept The Rock's offer. I think this role will be better suited for someone else. And
that's a fair assessment.
And if he does, I'll eat crow, of course, if he does. But if he doesn't, I think we have so much more Cody we could really use before that heel turn. I'm sure it'll happen at some point.
Right.
But it's just, I just think his character is so good, and the fans were so behind him just this time last year that we have a lot of room to grow with this character if we're allowed to do it.
Right.
And what are your thoughts?
Well, I would have to agree with a lot of the sentiment that you just said. But I will say that what I don't agree is that he needs to do more before the heel turn. I think it doesn't like, yeah, of course you would want him to do more before he turns heel, but I don't think it's really necessary. I think the heel turn could amplify his star, even though that's crazy to say.
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes
it's Cody Rhodes. Yeah, it's Cody Rhodes,
and it would give you a fresh perspective of Cody. Like maybe it is like some Cody fatigue. Maybe people are tired of him signing,
babies,
kissing babies and signing postcards and stuff, signs and stuff, T-shirts. Like maybe they give someone an opportunity to really move into that new babyface role, build more stars in that way.
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah. I think I agree.
Because personally, I think it's way harder to be a heel in this day and age. Like honestly, and so with that being said, I would rather a more experienced like star that understands every role to be in the heel role, and then have more of a newer talent that can come up. Maybe Trick Williams come up. Maybe he could be the next phase. I'm just throwing names out there.
No, yeah. Yeah, I know the NXT's got so many people coming up. We should probably do a video about that too.
Ricky Saints,
the potential
maybe
NXT call-ups.
Saints come up, you know.
Yeah, I mean he just got here.
I mean, yeah, but
he's already
he's been wrestling for a
while. The bar for entry in NXT has raised so high.
Yeah, you can't just say, oh, he's in NXT like that's supposed to mean that he.
Roxanne's in the chamber. Yeah, at this point, so it's up for you.
It doesn't really mean anything. It's just another brand.
Yeah,
it's basically what it is.
It's a smaller brand,
but it's a brand.
It's
not developmental. They have Evolve now. That's the developmental brand.
Yeah. Yeah. Which you're looking forward to watching that as well. We'll be streaming that on Twitch as well when it releases. So
every Wednesday, right?
Every Wednesday. I think starting March 4th.
5th.
March 5th.
Yeah.
So every day starting March 5th on Wednesday, we at DBW will be streaming Evolve on Twitch. So please be there to watch it.
Excited to watch some new people come up.
Yeah, I want to see the newest stars that they got out there. And trust me, I will be harsh. Okay, if I have to be, I will. I will say where people needed to grow, where people needed to improve, where characters are working, where characters aren't. I mean, how else would they learn to improve without criticism?
Fair.
And experience. And those things are going to happen.
Keep it respectful and keep it all in the terms of wrestling.
Of course.
We're going to get personal.
Of course.
It's going to all be professional.
It's all professional. That's what we do here at DBW.
Yeah.
So those are our thoughts and opinions and predictions on Elimination Chamber with a few extra things we want to get off our chest.
Right.
We feel as though we were very cohesive and we made our points clear.
Yep.
So, guys, if you liked what you saw, please remember, like, comment, subscribe. Please go check out the Twitch. We will be streaming every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, starting on the 5th.
Next week.
And Friday. And every PLE that comes out.
Yep.
So please, guys, support the DBW. We will be looking forward to making more content for you. This has been Jen.
I'm L.
And this has been DBW.
Stay positive.
Woo!